M&J Video Games and Collectibles. Sport and non-sport cards, wrestling items, autographed items. We buy, sell, and trade. M&J Video Games and Collectibles, located at 1049 Queen Street, Southington, Connecticut. Call us at 1-860-479-9223 or 860-93-GAMES. M&J Video Games and Collectibles. Up, we're obviously East Coast guys, and we started watching wrestling in the late 70s, early 80s, and growing up at that time in the WWF, was a young man, very talented in my opinion, who had much hit factor, a young man by the name of Eddie Gilbert.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about
Oh, yeah, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Hey, smartest mind in wrestling. I don't think there's anyone else that's as smart as him when it comes to wrestling. When it comes to wrestling and booking wrestling and giving entertainment and making chicken shit out of making chicken salad out of chicken shit.
There you go. Was he
that's the saying.
Was he as intense in real life, quote unquote? Because the fans only see what they see.
He was just all about wrestling, all about wrestling. That's the reason why we weren't together anymore, because that's all he thought about was wrestling 24/7.
Really?
We got a ski boat hoping that would take some of his pressure off of him, and he only used it like twice.
Did wrestling?
Yeah, wrestling.
How do I say this? Was he so dominated with wrestling that he was miserable all the time from it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oy.
But you loved wrestling, though. You know.
Yeah, I love the wrestling. I love it.
But it wasn't that.
But it wasn't like I had my horse to go ride and everything.
Yeah.
Always have a hobby. Like, I have a hobby now. I mean, I always had something to do other than wrestling. That wasn't what I focused on 24/7.
So wrestling was more of a job to you and making money, and you wanted your regular life where he was just totally
all about the wrestling. Yeah.
So his father, right, Tommy Gilbert,
Yeah.
claimed that Eddie passed away due to chest injuries from
Yeah,
wrestling.
he had a big car wreck when he was in the WWE, and he slammed into a semi, and his heart stopped beating from the steering wheel into his chest, and they had to bring him back to life and everything.
So do you think that's what caused his death?
I don't. You know what? I don't know what caused it, but that's probably what could have caused it.
So
Being so young and dying of a heart attack like that.
in your book, though, you say that his father blamed you for a lot of things.
Yeah, and his
What
brother.
was the
They hate me.
Why?
They hate me.
What
Like,
did
what
I
did
don't
you-
know, because me and Eddie broke up, and I guess Eddie was sad or whatever and boo-hooed about it, and so,
Damn, you're like the eater of men, man.
Would you stop it?
You just like
That's-
wipe them out, dude.
They
Oh
wipe
my
themselves
God.
out. It's
yeah,
not.
they screw up.
Yeah.
They screw up.
Yeah.
I don't screw up. They screw
Were
up.
you able to reconcile with Eddie's father at all?
No, I haven't seen him. I've talked to his mom a few years ago, but
How was she towards you?
she's very nice towards
There
me.
we go. There
Yeah.
we go. All right.
All right, with that, we'll be right back with the great Missy Hyatt.